Good morning. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Wednesday, the 26th of August, 2026. So we'll start this morning with the usual synoptics. Here's charts for yesterday at noon. And we had high pressure well to the north and low pressure to the south and west. A good series of them. Lots of fronts hanging around those low pressures. And indeed, we had one of them come through last night. So here was the situation at midnight with a warm front merging in with a occlusion coming up from the south. If we run that through to lunchtime today, you can see the occlusion has sort of taken over the running over the top of the UK and moved north into the Midlands. If we look at the SATPIC, this is the latest we've got at the moment. You can see that it's kind of a weak occlusion that's hanging across the country there as it's moving north, but we're getting a nice clearance coming behind it, so we should fly all day today. Rain forecast, again, you can see the rain that's on that occlusion. There was thunderstorms forecast last night, but I don't think we had much in the way of that.
The way around, it's just another point, so it's easier to...
Rain forecast for the day, if we run this through hour on hour, see there's still one or two showers lurking out to the west and developing in the Midlands, but certainly in the southern part of the country we should have a day, and we should fly all day.
I mean, that is in
the podium TAF is valid until 1800. It's quite extensive TAF. They're forecasting 140 degrees 8 knots, 7 k's visibility with a bit of haze, scattered at 2,500 feet, and then becoming by about 8 o'clock this morning greater than 10 k viz with no significant weather. There's a 40% chance at between 7 and 10 this morning, scattered at 1,200 feet, and then temporarily between 9 and 1, viz down to 7 kilometres and showers and rain, scattered at 2,200 feet with a 30% chance at 10 and 1 o'clock, viz down to 3 kilometres and sort of heavy thunderstorms and rain, with maybe a bit of light hail dropped in there as well, scattered at 3,500 feet with QNIMs. Farnborough, again valid up until 3 o'clock this afternoon, forecasting 090 degrees 4 knots, greater than 10 k visibility, few at 2,400 feet, 40% chance that between now and 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 kilometres in heavy showers and rain, and heavy thunderstorm rain and light hail. There's also a 30% chance that temporarily between 6 and 10, broken at 1,200 feet with QNIMs around. The spot winds, if we look at the north of us, the winds aloft are 120 degrees 15 at 1,000 feet, 150 degrees 15 at 2,000 feet, and 140 degrees 20 at 5,000 feet. To the south of us, 200 degrees 10 knots at 1,000, 200 at 2,000, and 210 at 15 at 5,000. Southwest wind at 7 o'clock this morning was a southeasterly. If we run that through 10 o'clock, it's a southerly, and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, still southerly, getting into the evening for the evening group, going right back round to southeasterly. So that's favouring runway 09 today. And if we look at the Met Office forecast, that is concurring with 3, 4, 5 knots throughout the day, basically a light breeze, east, southeast, southeast, back to south, back to southeast today.
Right.
Temperature-wise, GFS forecasting somewhere in the region of about 26, 27 centigrade today, and we're looking at a dew point of around about 12 centigrade. Here at Lasham, at this moment in time, just refresh this, we've got 16.5 and 14, so there's no real split there as yet. And looking at the camera on the south side looking west, virtually nil winds, and we've got a bit low cloud at this moment in time, as you'd expect, having a front just go through. Sky sight, potential flight distance is looking quite reasonable. Certainly south of the M4 corridor. There is a little bit better weather up into Wales, but whether you could get there doesn't matter. And looking at the point windgram, southerly winds of some sort or another throughout the day, with soaring conditions from about lunchtime onwards. Top meteo, we'd run this through from 10 in the morning. You can see that it does kind of perk up from lunchtime onwards, but there are perhaps one or two sort of towering cumulus in there. And yeah, just keep an eye out for the odd shower. NOTAMs today, again, number 19 there is Lasham itself. This is our comp in NOTAM to the rest of the world. It's, if you're going cross country, then due diligence, please, on all the other NOTAMs that are affecting your route. Let's move on then to the local airfield briefing. We'll start with Gladder bookings. There's one K21 on booked flying with, I think, 3 students. There's a K13 for trial flights. If there are any today, will the instructor come and see me for a personal briefing before you get on the airfield? There's one K21 on the casual list with 4 students. We do need an instructor, please. So if anybody's around, perhaps you, Dave Williams, if you'd be kind enough, come out and help out on the airfield, that would be great. There is plenty of single seat availability in terms of the Grob 102s, and of course the simulator is available as per usual. Movements today, we've got Beach 200 scheduled to go out. That movement should be complete by 08:30 local, and then later on this evening, initially planned for 1700 local, but that will depend on the comp finishers. We have a Chinook coming in. It's going to park outside the clubhouse, and once it's down and shut down, you'll be invited to go out and have a look around. It'll be here for a good couple of hours. Yeah, you'd all get a chance to have a look around it. Also today we have a team from the Hampshire and Isle of Wight ambulance coming in. They're doing a fundraising thing, and they're bringing a simulator, and that will be parked on site. Feel free to go along and have a go at flying their helicopter in their simulator, and of course any donations would be welcome. So airfield ops today, general situation is that there's low pressure to the southwest, which is dominating. There's an inclusion pass during the night. Soaring conditions expected later in the day with a southerly airflow. We've got runway 09 with cables on the south side. The club ops will be on the south side. Right-hand circuits only, please. The club grid, if you can line up on 09 Grass North, we will launch you before the comp. If you don't want to go before the comp, then go to the rear on the runway behind the main comp grid. And club ops, no towing out once launching has begun. I can't stress this enough. No towing out once launching has begun. Please be ready when the cable tug arrives, and of course do not land a taxi aircraft on She's runways shown here in red. So here's the setup for today. The club winch launching will be on the south side with the winch biased over towards the GHC. Competition grid will be on the runway, and the club grid, if there is any, will be on 09 at Grass North. That's it for me today. Have a great day's flying, have lots of fun, and I'll see you out there.
It's Thursday or Tuesday. I know, I just corrected it. Cool.